Brian, hit the theme song.
Weekly warm up, weekly warm up.
Let weekly warm-ups be for Nod and us. Slashers Pod. Got it. Boom. Bow. Dude, it has been a year, hasn't it?
It has, absolutely.
Fuck.
I never thought we'd fucking get through it, man.
Seriously, we conceived this show at an AHL hockey game in October of 2018. And we reserved... So originally the show was called 2 for Slashing, which was a reference to Brian and myself being 2 for slashing as in a penalty for hockey. And it was originally be leaning way more into the hockey theme because we're both, goons. And
I feel like hockey is such a niche sport within all of the major things of sports. So finding enough fans that really could kind of grasp what we're talking about, maybe not.
It's already an oversaturated niche just to be in horror, and then you add that, and it's like, well, we've alienated everybody. So, when I was doing all of the intellectual property and reserving all of our names and stuff, I just abbreviated it to Slashers Pod because 2 for Slashing was too long. It was too long for slashing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so we did Slashers Pod, and then it just became Slashers. And now we have a registered trademark and everything.
We have t-shirts.
It's awesome. Yeah. Oh, also, speaking of t-shirts, represent our friends over at the Spook House Podcast.
Spook House Podcast!
I did 2 seconds worth of Photoshop work for them for this shirt, and they gave me a free shirt and a hand job. So
fucking awesome. Yeah. I mean, long distance hand jobs. They're not the same as like up close and personal.
Yeah. But, it's weird. Putting on the VR goggles and stuff, it's odd. But anyway, go check them out. We're huge fans of theirs. Buy their merch, and then buy our merch, and then buy both of them. Maybe we could do a bundle.
Maybe just buy our merch first, though.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Buy both,
a little bit of competition.
But us first. Yeah. And so we have done more than 52 episodes. You think there's 52...
with the bonus episodes and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, well, I said bonus episodes. Whoever's on Patreon. Right.
Well, plus we had a bunch of just giveaway ones.
That's true. What I was leaning towards is all you people that aren't on Patreon. You're
Dude,
missing.
Sly Dog. You're like, buy our shirts and support our Patreon. Jesus.
Well, come on now.
You got a career in selling used cars, my friend.
Yeah.
But you're totally right. So we've had a Patreon bonus episodes. Jesus, if you factor that in, it's a lot more than 50.
I'd say we probably have around 60 episodes this year.
60 as of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And then we've done guest spots and
stuff.
It's a
lot of content.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We fucking killed it, man. First year.
First year of many thousand more. Life responsibilities and things are going to change. But, it's all good.
Totally.
But we're working on it. I mean, it's very interesting because I felt like, what movie is it? I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. Because we wanted to branch out and stop doing just so much horror and everybody was like, nope, don't do it. Nobody cares about your comic book fascination.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hit and miss. Some people are just all about it, and then others maybe not so much. So
yeah, I can't blame them though. If I'm surprised that anybody listens to this show, especially when I edit myself. I'm like, I have the nasaliest, annoyingest voice ever.
To be fair, it's kind of nice because a good portion of the fans do come back to us and let us know that we can indulge in our own personal wants as far as wanting to do certain things like the zombie Marvel characters and stuff like that.
And we've had people reach out and try and talk to us sexually. We've had people reach out and tell us that everything is hunky-dory, but we should do the exact opposite of what we're doing now, but we're still fans of what we are doing. It's very interesting. We love you all, so thank you. You can always reach out to us, slasherspod@gmail.com, or virtually every app is @slasherspod, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We will do our best to respond. If we don't, it's because you are fucking weird. Even going to pretend. We've had someone
it might be a thing. It might be a thing. If you're sending us stuff and we haven't responded, it's probably because you're ignored.
Yeah. And we've only had feuds with 6 other podcasts.
That's pretty good.
I'm not going to lie. When you're as bombacious as we are, audacious, bombastic. Ugh.
How saturated is the podcast market just in general?
Yes.
So you can imagine you're probably going to step on a few toes.
Yeah. That's actually the passive-aggressive thing that somebody sent us about it. You stepping on my toes? Fuck no. It's called Google numbnuts. But anyway, I digress. patronize whatever you want. Be a fan of whatever you want. That's the point of this show.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If I had this show to listen to as a kid, how much more I would have indulged in horror as a kid. Because it's always
absolutely. And that's something. It's just another platform for you to experience other types of movies that you wouldn't come across or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's kind of neat, especially from our fucked up minds.
Yeah. Well, especially because people make you feel crazy when you're a kid. You know,
yeah.
This generation, I mean, back in my day, but like people would ostracize you for being into horror stuff. Now it's like everything has a niche, everything has a convention, everything has this, and it's like it's such an interesting time to be alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, we did a convention this year.
Oh, we did. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were supposed to do another one, and we're like, oh, nah.
Yeah, maybe not. But I feel like maybe next year we'll do the same convention, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
It was in Pasadena, right?
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
It was, right?
Yeah, we've done, when you think about the ones we've attended and the ones we've done, yeah, that's a bunch.
Yeah.
And then there's film fests and stuff. We want to be more active. It's also just a point of making sure that we're available and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Any of these screenings in Hollywood on like a Tuesday. Gonna be a little rough.
Yeah, dog. Sorry about it. I have this thing called a real job.
I wish I could just do this full time.
Yeah, if you'd like to make that dream come true, patreon.com /
just bankroll the shit out of us and we'd be tits.
Yeah, and as Chad would say, I'll do gay porn for the right price.
I'm pretty sure Chad's offered a few things out there. So
every time David Arquette comes up, he always talks about wanting to like be raw dogged or raw dog. It's very interesting.
I had mentioned like an Advent nudie calendar, so I don't know, maybe.
Except when you open the little door, it's like Chad's butt cheeks, and you're opening the butt cheeks, and you're seeing inside. Hello. So I talked to his wife about. You might recall that we were talking about if our Patreon got big enough, Chad, would you pay or would you let us get you a tattoo, your first tattoo, and that's a negatory good buddy. But we did make a valiant effort. So I'm sorry, Patreon patrons. But hey.
You know what's still happening? We just got to find the right person to wax me.
Yes.
That is definitely happening.
We're going to be spending more on the waxing than we made from the Patreon add-on. But don't you fret. We will be waxing Brian to celebrate the patrons that we got from Black Friday.
That's right. Because this hairy chest and the belly. You know what I mean?
What I want to do the reverse mohawk. I want to do just this strip and leave that. And you have to leave the sides. Right?
There we go. I like it.
Like one of the villains from Mad Max.
Maybe just get like a giant T. So like it'd be like nothing here and then nothing here.
Then you'd be Jesus Man.
That's true.
Or was it Bible Man with a lightsaber?
I always feel weird about waxing something that's just had the tattoo. Like, well, I didn't just have a tattoo, but is it gonna like rip off like?
Dude, that's what saniderm's like.
Saniderm's awful.
I was like, my chat. Oh, it's still there.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
This is fine.
It sticks like a mother, but no. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. So if you don't know what we're talking about, saniderm was developed for burn victims that we goons who have tattoos appropriated.
It's totally fucking cool. You don't even have to worry about wrapping your shit in like saran wrap,
lotion,
and like constantly moisturizing it. You just let it do its thing, and then like a week later, you fucking take it off and it's fully healed. It's kind of neat.
Super gnar.
Yeah,
it makes me wonder how much quicker my armpits would have healed with that. Because if you recall, my armpit tattoos famously healed in 3 days each. And that's amazing.
That's still...
That's great.
Ouch.
You'll do it.
Maybe.
You'll get the Groucho Jason on this one. You get the other...
No, I still need to get a show tattoo. It's going to happen. Absolutely. And I'll probably get it from your tattoo artist.
Yeah, because Andy fucking rules. Yep. I'll probably remind me to put in her hashtag.
She's a little more local than my tattoo artist in Oregon.
Not worth it. Well, not that it's not worth it, but it's like not worth it for just a show tattoo.
Yeah. So.
Not just a show tattoo. I mean, obviously, we're huge fans of ourselves or whatever. But anyway. So, Brian, what are your goals for this coming year?
So, we actually came up with something Michelle and I were talking about the other day. We want to both learn a language. So, they have fun apps on these phones, right? Where you can just play games essentially,
like Duolingo and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You can learn a language. So I'll do Spanish. She's gonna do French. She's already up to like 50 words. She's fucking weird when it comes to memorizing shit. And we also want to hike at least 6 peaks in California by I think October.
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to hike these peaks.
Yeah, buddy.
Mount Everest. I meant for the show. So
when
you said that, I was like, oh, cool. We'll do a Spanish and French episode.